Hello everybody, this is Mr. Bowman. Today we're going to be looking at the ALEKS topic, solving a fraction word problem using a linear equation with variables on both sides. So, as expected, we're going to have a couple fractions floating around here as we solve this. So, we're looking for how many gallons can Charlie's tank hold. So, the whole problem, I guess, being Charlie's gas tank is 4/9 full, kind of a weird way of measuring, but after he buys 4 gallons of gas, it is 2/3 full. How many gallons can Charlie's tank hold? So remember, we're going to look for what we're trying to find first. That's going to be our variable. So I'm looking for how many gallons can it hold. So x is going to be how many gallons are in a full tank. All right. So we're starting off with a 4/9 full. So whatever the full amount would be times 4/9. So 4/9 x. And then be careful here. He buys 4 gallons of gas, but it's sometimes tricky to figure out, are we adding that to the 4/9 x or the 2/3 x? And the trick here is remembering, think about logically how it would work in the real world time-wise. So where does his gas tank start? It starts at full 4/9, then I'm going to buy 4 more gallons of gas. So I'd add that to where we started, not where we end. So plus 4, and then after I add those 4, I'm going to then be at 2/3 of full, so 2/3 x. Okay. So then I just need to solve this equation, and I don't have to come back to this till the very end. So I want to get all the variables on the same side, so I'm going to subtract 4/9 x from both of these, so that these come out to 0. So 4, and then we have 2/3 minus 4/9. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of fractions, so I'm just going to give you a quick refresher on how we're going to approach this. So I'm going to leave the x's out for a second, because I don't need them. So I need to get a common denominator here. Okay, so you can just do 3 times 9 if you want, or we can try and find our lowest common denominator, which in this case is going to just be 9, since they're both divisible, or 9 is divisible by both of these. Sorry, said that backwards. So this one I don't have to change at all. This one I need to multiply the numerator and denominator by 3 so that my denominator will end up being 9. So I end up with 6/9 for that 2/3 minus 4/9 doesn't change. So when I subtract that top part, 6 minus 4 just gives me 2/9. Okay. All right, so then when I bring it back over here, I have 4 equals 2/9 x. Alrighty. So to finish this up, you can either do this in 1 step or 2. I think if you're not using a calculator, it's sometimes easier to see it in 2, so I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. So I'm going to multiply everything by my 9 here, because that's my denominator. I'm going to try and cancel that out. So 36 equals, these will just drop off, so we just have 2x. Then I can just divide both sides by 2 and get 18 equals x. So his full tank of gas would hold 18 gallons. So make sure we're labeling that. 18 gallons would be your final answer.